Hi everyone, today I'm trying out the Schmincke Liquid Earth, and if you have seen my latest art supply haul, I showed that I got a liquid sanguine that was at a little Sennelier art store that I went to in Paris. So I tested it on some cellulose watercolor paper, and the color was so pretty that I immediately regretted not getting the liquid chalk and the liquid umber. But luckily, I found them both on the Jerry's Artorama website, and I got them both. So I swatched all three of them, both on watercolor cellulose paper and on tone tan paper. It's the Strathmore mixed media one, so pretty thick, but quite smooth. And I really like the liquid umber too, but when it came to the liquid chalk, I was not quite sure what to think of it. First I tried it on the tone paper, and it looked almost translucent. And I wanted to show you what it looks like. It looks like kind of like an off-white paste, and it spreads well on paper, but it doesn't show anything. And actually on the white paper, it does look off-white a little bit. So I played with it a little bit. I added several layers, and then I tried it on the dried colors to see how opaque it would be. But I think maybe the colors were not dried enough, because I started removing some pigments, or maybe I added too much water. So it actually made me realize that the liquid earth colors are not permanent. They can be removed with water, just like watercolor. When they dry, they kind of feel textured, a little rough, not much, but just a little bit. And on the mixed media tone paper, they looked a bit streaky. Now I realized that the liquid chalk is actually kind of like some of those chalk markers where it looks awful at first, but when you let it dry, that's when the white of the pigment shows. So I decided to put them to the test. I made some swatches first, mixes. I also actually poured those colors in pans, in half pans, and let them dry. Well, they were not entirely dry, but I just wanted to see if I could use them like watercolors poured in half pans. And yeah, I can. They rewet very well. I mixed them together, and I was inspired. I looked for some videos about those liquid earth colors. There aren't very many on YouTube just yet because they're fairly new. But I found a video of somebody testing them and mixing them together and adding also some liquid charcoal by Schmincke as well. And I thought it was a very good idea because it actually helps create even more colors. You'll see later on in the video the color chart that I made. So this is my first painting using these, and I'm using watercolor paper, and this one is 100% cotton. And the reason why is that I tried other watercolor papers, and I tried to make a color chart with another paper, and it was so streaky, it really didn't come out, which was very surprising and a bit unfortunate, considering that, you know, even on cellulose paper you can make some pretty nice at least just little washes that aren't streaky with regular watercolor. So that paper, actually I think it was 100% cotton, it was another brand, and the result was terrible. So if you want to use these like watercolor, you're gonna have to use the right paper for you. They will yield different results depending on the paper you're using, so don't get discouraged too early. Try, test, and find what's right for you. This paper worked quite well. I had a lot of fun painting this. My favorite is still the bright orange sanguine, but I really like all the different colors that I can get when mixing them. They're very muted, and it can be tricky to figure out what to paint with those, but I just thought about shells right away. And this one came out pretty nicely. I liked it. This whole painting process is in real time, so if you have the time and if you're interested, you can just watch it all the way through. At the end, I will show you 2 more shells that I painted, but not the painting process. I thought they looked very pale, and so I ended up adding a few layers of colored pencils and tried to make them pop a little bit more. So if you're interested, you'll find that at the end of this video. And I'll have to play with them more and see what else I can do with those, because just using them like watercolors, I think it's just going to be boring. Just use watercolors, right? There's got to be something else that these are made for. And I was thinking about using them with actual Conté à Paris pencils, maybe make a wash with them and then do the details with the pencils. My only concern will be the kind of paper I use, because if I want fine details, I can't use watercolor paper unless maybe I use hot press paper. But I was thinking about using some tan paper as well. Maybe some tanned watercolor paper. I can try that. We'll see. Anyways, if you have used those before and you have other ideas of how to use them, please let me know in the comments. I'm looking for lots of different ideas on how to use them, because I don't want them to just sit in a drawer somewhere. I do like the fact that they are rewettable, that I can put them in a tin and transport them. It's very practical. I hope you're enjoying this video, and if you are, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, you can always subscribe and click on the little bell. Thank you all for stopping by. If you're feeling extra generous, you can always click on the thanks button right next to the share button. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.